Hi everyone, Nat here. How are you all doing? I'm following UmaiPixel's tutorial. The main reason I wanted to follow his tutorial was to figure out how he does the fireball part in the platformer tutorial. Now, he didn't leave the fireball sprite or sprite sheet to be downloadable in his description area. And I want to be able to freely take bits and pieces from any tutorials online. So in this video I want to show you how you can just do that. The recommended site is opengameart.org, and I have just found a decent fireball spell here. I have no idea why I said spell, because it is a sprite or animated sprite, but let's pretend magic is real to make things more exciting. It is super easy. Just search for fireball and you get different resources to implement in your game. I have not prepared this in advance, so I don't know what's gonna happen, but I downloaded the file, the sprite sheet, into my assets folder in my project. And what I want to do is to get the first row here. I don't want to bother with the rest of the sprites. I guess I can do some angle modification to do something similar like that. And I'm gonna use my script to extract the frames. I leave the script in the description area of this video if you want to try this out. It is very useful. I did a video about the script that you can check out. I think it is 2 or 3 videos previous to this. Alright, so here I have my animated sprite. Let's rename it to Fireball Animation so that it doesn't crash or conflict with the animation sprite class provided by Godot. So let's click Add Frames from Sprite Sheet. Is it possibly 8 by 8? Let's see. Yes, it looks like that. Select the first row. Maybe you don't understand the cool thing with my script yet, but you can assign different animation names. So for example, you can assign Fireball Left or Fireball West, Fireball Northwest, Fireball North, and so on. And this makes things more manageable and you get more structure. Alright, so this animation is Fireball West. Alright, save. I just uploaded the script to Fledix and named it Fireball. It wasn't occupied. But basically you select from this line down to this line. Script, new script, C#. It will inherit animated sprite and create. When the game is running the first time, we simply extract the animation. So now it should be straightforward and ridiculously easy. We just press play, then we quit, and then we try to figure out why it didn't work. Alright, I see what the problem is now. What we need to do is to run scene instead. Play scene. And let's see what's going on. Awesome. And close. Did you see? Something happened here. Fireball West. Oh my gosh. Can you feel the goosebumps of my awesomeness? So let's play the animation in Irfan view. Oh my gosh. So let's detach this script, clear, and hopefully it will not run when this scene is going to be parsed. Let's use the sprites that we just created. Alright, up to this point I think things are going well. Let's add a collision shape 2D and set the shape to rectangle shape 2D. Pixel snap selected. I want to modify the collision shape a little bit to select just the hottest place in the fireball. I don't know if that is a wise decision yet, but let's try it out. Alright, select fireball, add script, and create. Alright, we added the physics process function so that we can manipulate the physics of the fireball spell. Some of you were probably half sleeping throughout my video, but when I said fireball spell, people wake up and we get this magic atmosphere in the video. I mean, if you think about it, game programmers or game creators are wizards. So we are basically attending the University of Magic. Alright, let's stop goofing around and continue with the program. Let's add a constant speed, which is 100, adding the velocity vector. In the tutorial that I'm following, speed is multiplied by delta. Play the scene. Alright. So it's a very small value. Alright, first thing, fireball animation. Let's rotate it 180 degrees. And we get this. But I fished up the collision shape. Let's undo. I want to show you something that is very interesting and has to do with inheritance. Any children that fireball animation has is going to inherit attributes from fireball animation or from its parent. That means that if we now choose to rotate 180 degrees, then you see that the collision shape is following along with the sprite. And what we can do now is simply drag and drop to the base node, and it will keep the collision shape at the specified location. Alright, so this is a really silly name. I just wanted to explain what you can do and what happens. So let's just name it fireball. Let's follow the tutorial. We name it shoot. Alright, so I want to do something with the animation of the fireball, and so we need to get the node. So this is my one-liner. Make sure that I use animated sprite from GoDot and then grab the fireball animation node. And because I use animated sprite class, I have the ability to access the play function. And let's see what that looks like. Alright. I want to get notified when the fireball leaves the screen. In UmaiPixel's tutorial, the visibility notify 2D class is added, or the node is added. This node uses signals to tell if the object left the screen. So what I can do is copy this name and connect to the script. We need to add this function manually. It is not added automatically. Hopefully this function will be called. I'm not sure about the return type and such. But if we play the scene and nothing happened, it happened, left the screen. So let's remove this one so that we can see the output messages. So there's a function called queue_free that will destroy the object. And when the object is destroyed, then the processor can pay attention to other things and the game is not slowed down by unnecessary resources left somewhere in memory. So it deletes the node and the child nodes will be deleted as well. So the player shoots fireball. So let's use the tab key to shoot fireball. Input map, and the tab key is assigned to UI focus next. So let's choose player. Loading resources is done a little bit different in C#. For example, we don't have the preload function in C#. And in UmaiPixel's tutorial, he uses preload. So we are going to use something called a resource loader. Alright, I have been struggling with this and I think I'm on the right track now. So I have this and name it correctly or mark it correctly. So let's try this and then tab. Let's remove this one. And we have fireball. Hooray! So what will happen if we continue? Press tab again. Woo! That's awesome! So, right, it emits a little bit strangely. Let's see what happens if I do this. Then it crashed, so it's not really this. So it's not area 2D. And this is why we get the error. And let's run this. Alright, I don't have any breakpoints, and let's press tab. Ooh! So this works fine. Cool. I tried to experiment myself, and UmaiPixel may have done this differently. Alright, this code is stupid. I basically find the node to myself. Now, UmaiPixel's solution is much better because if we flip the player, if we do the horizontal flip, we want the fireball to respond to that accordingly. I still don't know why we can't add the fireball directly to the player. Why does it need to be added on stage 1 or the main scene? Anyway, let's follow UmaiPixel's solution. We add a position 2D, and if we toggle the visibility to make them invisible, we can see where the position cursor is located. And if we enable the player, we want the position cursor to emit the fireball from a distance. And I guess if we use a horizontal flip, that position will flip to the left. Right, UmaiPixel does something like this. And when we press tab, nothing happens. The first thing I want to do is to change the position of the player to 0 and 0. I rename position 2D to fireball pos. Alright, this is what UmaiPixel wrote, and I have written the C# version. I don't think we need this because it is implied. The problem is that it doesn't work. So the solution is to change fireball to global position. And I don't know why it works for UmaiPixel and not for me. But anyway, let's run this and see a working version, and you can shoot. But when you flip, it doesn't flip. So I'm experimenting here. I'm adding a sprite to my sprite, which is an animated sprite, but this is a simple sprite. Shouldn't this sprite flip with my sprite? Let's try this. So here we have my sprite, and I turn left. Nope, it doesn't. So that sucks. Alright, guys, check this out. Don't use flip H. Don't use it. Instead use scale. I will show you how I did it. UE right, the scale is normal, and UE left, then we use a negative horizontal scale. Now, the problem is that it doesn't work with fireball. Well, it kind of works with fireball. If we move the fireball pos to this location, then it is more visible or more clear. So let's shoot. And you can see that it has moved to the other side, but it has not flipped the fireball. Alright guys, I got things almost working. And if I shoot and switch here, then it changed direction. But this is easily fixed. I simply create a variable called change direction or change dir. So if change dir, then the fireball goes to the left. Let's try this out. Shoot. So this seems to be working. Honestly, I don't fully grasp this and why it works. I simply wanted to grab the fireball animation, and I know that fireball pos do change when I apply a different vector in the scale. So basically it has the same effect as horizontal flip, but it also affects the child nodes. I do, however, want to know how UmaiPixel fixes this. What is his solution? Anyway, thank you for watching. Hit the like button if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos and learn more about Godot. Alright, bye bye.